Alright, America, this is Motormouth Mastership back again. And yes, my hair is a mess. That's generally the case when I wake up. I haven't done anything with my hair or even shaved yet, but we're going to cook this ground beef because it's been a while. I've been dealing with court issues. Like, quite frankly, I laugh because it's silly because they're holding something against me from 17 years ago and making a tremendous deal out of it, which I find absolutely hilarious in many ways. It did kind of make me mad. I was upset in the beginning, but it's like now that I look at it, it's like how silly and ridiculous can we be, and how corrupt can we be to hold something that's a misdemeanor against somebody from like years ago, but apparently in my state this is a common. So anyhow, what we're cooking today is ground beef, rice, and corn for a quick little mix on a very cold day. I believe it was something like 20 something degrees this morning. I may be wrong about that, maybe 30 something, but relatively cold, yet a dry cold, which is really good. I'm still in my pajamas. So we're gonna add a little more light so you guys can see me really good. I have my pan already heating up, so now I need to get the butter to go in the pan. I'm gonna do the rice last because the rice is in a bag, so it's one of those quick. Add a couple cups of water, add the rice, bring everything to a boil, wait a few minutes, and it's done. So right now I'm gonna focus on the ground beef I have, which is a bit stout, but And for those of you watching, like, you're probably gonna ask me, well, why? If it's a little stout, it stinks just a little. Would you cook and eat it? Because even with it this way, it isn't. It hasn't gone completely bad yet. It's lost most of its freshness due to the fact that most of the blood is bled out of it, but it isn't like pungent or just overpowering, but a little aged, a day past its due date. But for a man such as myself, I have a relatively strong stomach, so it shouldn't bother me too much. I should be able to get along with it, and wouldn't recommend anyone do it. Um, it's one of those things where you can get deathly sick behind it. I've been very fortunate to know what I'm doing enough and be lucky enough not to have any of that happen. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started with things. Start by doing this with my hands. So, for those watching who live in my city, which I'm not going to say what city I live in, so maybe some of you may be watching who are a little cuckoo from outside of my circle. So, for those watching who know what city I live in and you would like to have a meal cooked for you or enjoy a meal with me, just hit that like button and get those notifications because we can set that up. But I need to have your undeniable support of this channel. So with that being said, let's get started. We already started, but I haven't done anything yet. But the pan's heated up real nice. I need to get the butter and put some butter in it, and we'll be good to go. Now I'm going to season this on the fly. What I mean by that is once it goes in the pan, stir it up a little bit. You guys will have to excuse the kitchen. It isn't necessarily the cleanest, but that's what I'm working with. been very cold. I've been punking out on the cleaning portion of the program. No big deal. We're gonna go ahead and get this meat done up. Break it up while it's in the pan, and then I'll go ahead and season it some, and then I'll let it cook. Now it's in a smaller pan than it probably should be. That's just due to the fact I want to bring all of that flavor out. I think that'll be really good for the mix with the Spanish rice. So let me grab my seasoning. We're going to season that and allow it to cook. Alright, I'm back with the seasoning. For those of you that are wondering, well, what are you listening to, Ricky? Well, this is old school dance club techno type stuff, mostly from the early 90s and 80s. Very nice. For those of you who like it, you can't see my face right now. But I'm just seasoning up the meat here. Gonna attempt to not over season by very lightly seasoning it. So over seasoning will make it tart. So I've seasoned my ground beef now in the pan with garlic salt, which has parsley in it, and some regular salt. And I'm gonna cook this up. I'm gonna add some corn to it. Then we will get deep into adding the rice and getting everything going. So I've just realized I have diced potatoes with onions. So we're going to skip the corn. We're going to do this right here. This is going to be the bomb inside of here. And I'll probably do that right after the ground beef and make this and the rice together, and then bam, throw all of this in one big pot, let it simmer and steam up, and we'll be good to go. Show you guys. Now the kitchen is dirty. Don't care about your comments. I haven't cleaned it yet, but it will be clean today as I have SOS pads. For those of you who don't know, let me show you. Okay, this is Clark's SOS pads. They're steel wool pads. If you have a glass surface stovetop like I do, these work wonderful on the stovetop to bring up stuff that may be really caked on and crusted on. So I would definitely recommend these steel wool pads. Wonderful. I'm going to put this aside now. As you guys know, always repping the Monster. I got the energy drink today. So yeah, now it's time to mix up my meat. Okay, so I have all this mixed up. It starts to cook really nice. Probably take it out potatoes. That'll probably be a part 2, as I want to keep these videos kind of low in regards to their uploading, because my uploading has been really sucky lately. Sometimes the videos can end up completely being rewound. Yeah, got it. I know how to speak English. Rewound. They get rewound, or they end up starting over from the beginning of the upload, which is like, what the hell? So to keep this from happening, I'm going to try to keep these videos short. This one definitely. This one's going to end soon. As soon as I show you guys my meat. And I don't mean my meat, I mean meat in the pan. Alright, so that's it for my meat. It's cooking. Show you guys. So that's nearly done. I'm going to wait on that to finish. We're going to drain it. I'm going to do my potatoes up a bit, get the rice going, and then show you guys the finished product and with it plated and everything like that. For those of you who wonder why I stay so slender and in good shape, I'll let myself get a belly. So I've been working on my abs. I've been working on getting all this straightened out, all that stomach done. I need to get the slight love handles taken care of. But anyhow, I do things like sit-ups and things like that to try to keep in shape from eating all of these very good meals. Some of them not always the healthiest. So I do that from time to time to keep things tight and right. But anyhow, it's Motormouth Master Chef. Thank all of you for watching, subscribing, maybe even sharing. And I'm going to go ahead and click this video and turn it off and start a new video soon, and you guys will see the finished product and plating. Motormouth Master Chef. As always, thank you so much for watching. I am sorry it has been so long. For those of you who have been like, what the hell? But it's been cold, I've been punking out, I've been dealing with court. I have a lot more excuses. So stay tuned.